Hey, Randy here. Well, I'm out here on my back porch enjoying God's green earth again. Very nice day. A little humid though in Virginia, but it's a very nice day outside. Um, well, let me get right into this. A couple of weeks ago, we know that there was a young lady who stabbed her manager because she thought the manager was bullying her because she kept sending her home early. Well, guess what happened to me? This is like the second time this has happened to me in the last 10 years, I think. I've been on this company for almost a little over 10 years. But sometimes it happens. So I got sent home early today. Not real early. I got sent home about an hour early. One of the reasons why I was sent home is because I have to work this Saturday. And so from the company keeping to pay me overtime, they sent me home out early. And I'm not the only one. They did a lot of us because of two reasons. They don't want me making overtime. Another reason is, and some companies make this mistake, they hire too many people, to be honest, to be on the clock all at one time. And then it's not enough work for everybody to be on the clock. So guess what? People got to go home. It's a hard decision to make as a manager. Most of them don't really want to send anybody home because they know how tough it is out here to make it. But at the same time, they got to keep their job too. Well, at least the blessing is that I'm not laid off. Praise God for that. So I'm not going to sit up here and complain. I do have a job. And yes, I understand why the young lady was upset because it is tough out here to make it. Now, unless you working 40 hours plus. 40 hours is just not enough. Now, unless you're making $50 to $60 an hour, then it might be. But if you making anything less than $40, $50, $60 an hour, $40 is not enough. 40 hours is not enough. Forgive me for that. So it's tough. The blessing is I don't like to rely on my wife's income. I don't. I believe the man, God gave the authority for the man to be the household and the provider. I honestly don't want my wife working so we can make it, but the environment, the economical environment, and the money, I'm not making the money I would like to make so she can stay home. So once again, I'm not going to complain. It's a blessing that she does work because she can make up what my check doesn't. But I just wanted to say that I don't know if this young lady will see this video, but like I was saying before, it's not, your manager wasn't sending you home simply because she was trying to bully you. Your manager was trying to keep the payroll. That's what it was. It's just what it is. It happens to everybody eventually, because sometimes companies overhire, but there's not enough work coming in to justify you being on the clock, so they send you home so they can actually be able to pay everybody. And that's what happened to me. And I still got to come into work Saturday. But yeah, I don't like it, but I understand business, and I know goodness well my manager didn't send me home early because he's trying to bully me. No, I get it. I understand. So that's why I'm home early. So now that I'm home early, I'm gonna take advantage of my free time and make a video because I really believe in that with my content creation, one day maybe it'll take off the way I've been praying for, and this will be another stream of income. So when this job, or I get sent home early, I got another income stream outside of me and my wife. That's the goal. And that's what I was saying about the young lady. Instead of stabbing your manager, You have to figure out how to get another income stream. We all have to do it. Because like I said, 40 hours, now unless you're making 50, 60, almost $70 an hour, 40 hours is not enough to really live off of, especially if you have a family. But you had it good, sweetheart. You single, all you only had to be concerned about was yourself. But I don't know. I just don't understand that situation at all. Why you felt the need. Now you locked up. Your freedom is gone. Um, so if you do make some money, the state gonna take it because you technically you belong to them now. That's why you have to think before you act. I know some young I know some young men who actually got drunk and then decided to drive. Now they upset that they don't have a license and they have to take these tests. And I'm like, man, that's why you should think, as they say now, pause. Think before you do certain things, because this is your consequence to your action. Your license gone. The blessing is you still got a job, but your license gone. So you got to think about these things before. I know you ain't like getting sent home early, but before you decide to go stab your manager, pause. Think about it. It's a wise thing to do. When there's other jobs out here you could have went and got and still had your freedom, and they might have paid you more and you got more hours. That wasn't the only Burger King or whatever, McDonald's that in town. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Or, yeah, so we got to think, man. We got to think before we act. And another thing, too, people got to realize, man, it's foolish for you to think that your job is promised to you when your very life is not promised to you. You know what I'm saying? Bible says no. The Bible tells us that no man or woman is promised tomorrow, but yet you think your job is promised to you. It's not. Your life ain't promised to you. Nobody wants to really think about that, but it's not. So you'd be a fool to think that that your job is promised. Yeah, they can tell you, well, we can guarantee. They can't guarantee you 40 hours. Because to be honest, a lot of these places don't know who's coming in there. They don't have no idea when they open the doors if the people that they believing for to come in there is gonna come in there. I work in the auto business, and we have an appointment schedule or whatever. We have appointments, but sometimes people don't show up for their appointments. So I'll give you an example. You expecting 23 to 30 people that day, but the reality is maybe only 15 or 19 of them might show up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not promised. You know what I'm saying? The job is not promised to you. It's a blessing to have one if you like working, and if you want to, you're not really trying to be out here being a government dependent. Yeah, it's a blessing to have one, but it ain't promised to you. The breath that you breathe is not even promised to you. So don't be foolish in thinking that a job is promised to you when your very life, and your life is more precious than the job is. Come on now. So we gotta think before we act to these things, and just look at it as an opportunity. We get sent home early, okay? Get out here and hustle. Try to find something else to do. Try to maybe, because I believe that God put a talent in each and every one of us. When you got that time off from work, concentrate on that talent. Figure out what that talent is that you can use to make money. That's what I'm doing. The Lord blessed me with a talent to be able to talk and entertain people. I'm not the deepest guy in the world. I'm not a teacher, but I can talk, and through my situation, I believe that some people can learn from some of the things that I go through, just like I learn from some of the things other people go through. So yeah, that's what I do. I ain't just gonna pout, oh, I got sent home early. Shoot. No, I ain't got time to pout, man. I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out what I can do to generate more income. So that when I do get sent her home early or whatever, it's like, no big deal. I got this and this lined up. I got this income coming from this income. So my next step is to buy another house that we can rent out, or pay this house off that I'm living in now, fix up what need to be fixed, then rent this house out and go buy another one. That's my goal, but I want it paid for. I don't want no two mortgages. I'm not gonna do that to me and my wife or my kids. To pay this house off, hopefully we're able to pay it off sooner than later. Then go get another house, rent this one out. That way it'll be 100% profit versus me having to share some of the money with the mortgage company. I don't want to do that. So yeah, those my goals. And yeah, but yeah, don't just because you get sent home early, look at it as an opportunity. Don't sit around and complain and realize that it's business. You know, I mean, it is what it is. It's up to you to sharpen your skills and allow God to bring those talents out to you, because the Bible says that our talents will put us before great men. So it's basically the talent that God is putting you is going to be the thing that really makes you the most money, to be honest. Your job is just a task that you have to bounce off of to fund your dreams, is what it really is. That's what the meaning. That's the real purpose of a job, is to fund your dreams. And so take what you make from your job, find your talent, and go do that as well as work. Take some of the money that you get from your job, take it and invest in yourself. So yeah, and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm taking advice from folks who been where I'm at right now, and they overcame it, and I'm really listening to them, and I see where they at now, and they doing pretty well. So it'd be wise for me to listen to somebody who's been through this, and now look where they at now. And I'm just passing on the advice that I got from them, and they doing really, really good. So I'm like, okay, all right, because God is no respecter of person. So if he did it for them, he'll do it for me if I'm willing to put the work in. So I'm putting the work in, and I hear a lot of people saying that, learn how to use AI, start a YouTube channel or whatever. And I don't have a computer. I mean, I do have a computer, but I do all my videos and my content from my phone. So I done turned my phone into a tool, not just something to have. This is actually my tool that I use, and I'm gonna use it to one day make me some money. That for real. But yeah, so if you find yourself getting sent home early, man, just use it as an opportunity to figure out ways to make another stream of income. That's whether it's door dashing or whatever you decide to do. Another thing I might do too is I'm gonna start saving money up, and I may try to do a little landscaping business on the side. It'll buy me one of those zero-turn lawnmowers. I know they're not cheap, but it's another way. I'm trying to teach my son that now, to grab the lawnmower since he's a teenager. There's not too many young men his age just going out here cutting grass for folks and say, man, you could be racking up. We got neighbors in this neighborhood right now that would pay him because he's a kid, and they want to. Most people really do want to see kids do well. They would pay him before they pay me, but sometimes we gotta learn the hard way, because he 14 right now. He still can depend on mama and daddy. But when he get around that 15 and 16, like, bro, you on your own. Remember what I told you to do when you was 14? Well, now you 15 and you 16. You got to go out here and get it. I started getting it when I was 14. I cut grass. And excuse me, sorry about that. What motivated me to cut grass, I will never forget it. Was in the summer of, I think it was '89 or whatever. Yeah, either '88 or '89. Young kid. I had just turned maybe 11, no, about 12. I think I was about 12. Right before I became a teenager. It was either between 12 or 13. But anyway, there was this water gun that I wanted. True story. Water gun. It was battery operated. This one, the battery operated water guns were becoming big, and this thing looked like a real gun. So if some of y'all that is around my age, y'all might have remembered when they were telling us to don't be just walking up on people with these water guns because they look so real. Some people might actually think you have a real gun. And unfortunately, there were some people who were shot by police or shot by other people because they would pull out on people, and person is thinking it's a real gun. You couldn't tell the difference. So I wanted one of those, but I wasn't a fool and just pulled it out on anybody. But man, that gun was $40. So guess what I did? I went out and cut 4 yards on a Saturday. Instead of being lazy and laying my hind parts in the bed, like, man, I can go out here and cut these yards. And that's what I did. And my mom and dad didn't take none of the money I made. Matter of fact, they provided the lawnmower and the gas. And they said, go do it. Okay, son, go on out there and do it. And I did it. And I bought the water gun. That's what motivated me. And I actually, when I started cutting grass, I'm like, I like this. I still like cutting grass. I can't really do it in April and May because of April, early May. End of May, end of June, I'm good. Like now we in July, I could cut the grass now, it won't bother me. Matter of fact, one of my neighbors is cutting grass now and it's not bothering me. But in April it's tough with the pollen and everything. So, but yeah, that's what motivated me, man. I wanted a water gun. And then when I got into high school, I wanted a job. My mom was like, well, you got to keep your grades up. Like I told y'all before, I really didn't care much about school. I wanted to work. I don't. I tell my kids to take education serious. I do wish that I would have taken it serious because I believe I probably would have be making more money than what I make right now. I mean, I'm doing okay, but I could be making a lot more if I went to college or at least took education seriously. So I tell them not to make their dad's mistake. And my kids really do pretty well in school. So I'm glad they didn't listen to that. I'm glad they listened to their dad and taking education seriously. But yeah, I got a job in high school at McDonald's, and the reason why I started wanting to work, man, because I wanted clothes. Mom and dad I had 3 sisters, including not 3 sisters, and then me. That's 4 kids. And mom and dad didn't make a lot of money. Just like me and my wife don't make a whole lot of money, but it's like, man, I want this and that. I was really materialistic. So, but I knew mom and dad couldn't buy me the things I wanted, so I was like, I'm gonna go out here and work. So I taught my mom into let me work. I didn't hold up my end of the bargain, unfortunately, and my grades did slip, but she still let me keep the job. But yeah, I went out as soon as I turned 16. My homeboy Mike put me on at McDonald's. He put in a good word for me. I got hired, and I've been working ever since. And I enjoyed working. I wasn't really thrilled about being sent home early. I mean, even though it was one of them boring days, we didn't really have much going on, but I didn't like being sent home early. So, yeah. But yeah. So, yeah. If you find yourself being sent home early, just use it as an opportunity. Don't be basking in what's happening to you. Don't be like, woe is me. Don't sit around and just be like, oh, man, oh, man. No, go find something to do. All right? Bye.